Hey guys, what's going on today? I'm very, very excited to bring you guys another commentary here. And you might ask, well, why? Well, the answer is simple. Because I want to provide some good content to you guys, and in doing so, help you improve at the game and help myself improve. Because right now, what I'm doing is I am playing in a lot of game battles matches. Game battles, for those of you who don't know, is basically if you were to go to your local park and try to play a pickup game of 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 basketball, that's kind of like what Game Battles is, but it's for Call of Duty and other games that can be played competitively. And it's it's a lot easier. It's on the internet, so a lot of the hard work is kind of done for you. You don't have to, and you don't have to go to every park around town to find that game of pickup basketball. You can just hop on Game Battles, and everyone's in a kind of centralized location, all looking for very similar things. So that's what I like about game battles. This here is a simulated, just a scrimmage game. It's not really a game battles match. It's against my own teammates. It's a 3-on-3 search and destroy on Warhawk. Definitely a great map. I would love to see this map return in future Call of Duties. That's how much I enjoy it. I can't say that about 60 or 70 plus percent of the maps though, because a lot of them are just trash and not meant for competitive. Luckily, they do have some maps. They're scrapping a very small number of them. They just don't have very many right now. I mean, we'll see if they enable DLC in competitive, and we'll see if people start playing those maps because hopefully once they come out with some new DLC maps that they're going to be really good. I was thinking that they're going to come out with Scrapyard, which would be an amazing competitive map. Scrapyard, the remake of Scrapyard, basically. That would be so awesome. I really miss a lot of the old Call of Duty maps. I really, really miss them. And also, I want to make a quick point. I play, and most people do, play a lot better once they're warmed up. And I'm gonna try to figure out a better way to warm up. I know prior to like this, I was actually got to practice a few matches, not too much. Like we played a warm up free for all with each other, and then we played a GB, but then we left it because we thought the rules were wrong, or they did. Ended up the rules were correct, and we just made the mistake of leaving, and we had to give them the win. And then after that, we played Optic again. Now we didn't play Optic Gaming, the competitive team. What we played the old guys of Optic, or the old men of Optic, which are basically some of the founders of Optic and I don't know managers and stuff like that. And they ended up beating us. I might show one of the maps. They too owed us, which was again, guys, very, very upsetting. And I took the loss hard, as I should, because I'm trying to get better at this game. I'm trying to produce better content, etc., etc. So you guys know it's well, being competitive. You don't want to lose. That's just not the nature. That's just not the mentality you can have. I mean, you can be okay with it, but you gotta learn from that loss, and that's what I've been doing. Actually, to learn from these losses, I've been going online to Twitch.tv, and I've been looking at the point of view of the other guys because these guys are pretty popular. For example, yesterday Fwiz was on the team, Optic Fwiz, and he was streaming the whole time, and so I got to catch. I got to just recently today actually watch that his point of view and seeing all of them communicate and stuff like that was really neat, and I think definitely could learn something from that because they did two O's, but I mean like for example the second um, map. Sorry, I keep saying just keep stuttering and all that, but the second map was actually this map, Warhawk, and it went to overtime. So I think we're definitely coming along as a team, but we got to get a solid foundation. We need at least a solid 6 to 8 players, maybe 8, I think maximum. But we need those people to be online a lot, and maybe less, maybe more like 6, because with too many people, then everyone's going to want to play, and then how are we going to have a solid team of 4 if we have people changing up all the time? That's kind of my view, and I might end up starting my own team for fours, for like 4 versus 4 and 3 on 3. It's basically team. Team is 3 on 3, 4 versus 4, or even 5 versus 5, which I've seen, which is it's rare. Typically not played because you won't find a 5 versus 5 match for money, or there won't be competitive. All the competitive ones, the ones that are in real life, are 4 versus 4, at least as far as I know. So, which is primarily why people play 4 versus 4, and that's my go-to preferred method of playing is 4 versus 4. I also do enjoy 3 versus 3, but 4 versus 4 is where it's at. I love it. I love watching it. Love playing it. And I hope you guys enjoy watching it as well. And so sorry also again for the lack of commentaries lately. I've been playing a lot with these guys and haven't had time really. Because to take time away and do this takes a little bit of time. And so today's video is long, but it's the entire match that I played against my team last night. And I was actually warmed up, and I can start to tell when I'm warmed up because it's all those little movements that you do subconsciously that you do. You don't think about them, but you see it in the end result, whether it be a quick knife like that, or a quick snap to somebody and you fire off a few rounds and they're dead, or a jump shot, as you'll hopefully see in a bit if you're going to stick around and watch the video. All those kind of things really come together once you're warmed up, and that's why it's crucial to be... I don't want to give all my tips, because I'll probably make a video for that, because I don't know if that many people are going to be watching 7 minutes into the video. But one of my biggest tips, I would say, is sit a proper distance away from the television. You want to be pretty close, actually. I sit, I don't know, if I had to guesstimate, maybe a foot and a half away from the television. My face is a foot and a half away from the television. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. You don't want to be too far back, and you want to be in a comfortable position. You don't want to be lying on your back or something, or lying on your side. You just want to be both feet flat on the floor, kind of a athletic, sedentary position, if you will. It's not really too sedentary. You're obviously sitting down, but you got to be comfortable, and you got to be ready to pounce on the enemy, and do what you got to do to win the game. So, yeah. And also, another thing that we guys are doing as a team is we're learning the callouts. And for those of you guys who don't know, calling out is extremely important. And basically, a callout is, this guy is in the middle of the map. That's very bad because that's not very descriptive. But say this guy's at the water tower, and that's a pretty descriptive because that's actually one of the callouts in this map, water tower. That's a pretty damn descriptive call out, although within water tower I've actually heard of other spots being called out, like there's a nice corner to camp in at water tower, and that has a name, but we don't really have a name for it yet because we haven't been playing, but I've heard other pros call that particular spot out. And it's stuff like that. It's getting your communication down that's really going to separate you from another team. And obviously all the pro teams, they have for the most part, very good communication. Some of them do lack in communication, and that's what really costs them games and championships, is that lack of communication. Communication has to be on point. And that was just an absolutely nasty jump shot. I can't wait to get my SCUF controller for the Xbox One so I can do stuff like that on the regular. Actually, the little story behind that jump shot was that I actually had my hand placed on my right thigh because I was wiping off some sweat, Just it kind of accumulates from time to time on my hand. I might actually use that gamer grip, see how it works. I tried it once. It seemed okay, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to give it a little bit more of a chance to make a final verdict on that. But Yeah, that was a nasty jump shot with no scuff, and I'm not playing claw on the Xbox One because I just can't do it. Just cannot do it. I do not want to do that to my hand. It's pure torture to for me to play claw. It's just way too difficult, and on the Xbox One it would be even more difficult just because of how the the controller is created. It's a little bit wider, and it would just stretch your hand even more and put it in a more awkward position. So there I get caught in the same position that I was last time. It didn't work out as well as it did last round, but that's okay. And wow, this is this is the longest commentary I've done aside from like a live commentary, which I plan on doing. Hopefully, I'll have some face cam videos for you. I plan on actually doing another Rise playthrough this weekend of at least one of the next levels or something, and I'll get that going for you. Hopefully, a face cam. I don't see why that wouldn't work. It's just um, because I got a little bit of a different setup right now, running a few different things right now, so it should work. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for that to happen, and hopefully get that out to you guys very soon. Because I've been itching to play a little bit. I've been playing only Ghosts because of the game battle. So, but to be honest with you, the other shooter that I had, Battlefield 4, um, I don't really miss it as much. It's not a bad game. It's just not as good as Call of Duty, and to be honest with you, I would not want to play competitive in Battlefield. I just don't think I could do that. It's fun for like having it to play with other people and play like on the big scale, like what 16 versus 16 or something crazy like that. Um, or maybe tone it down and just play team deathmatch with like five other people. But to be honest, I just don't see it being a very fun to watch competitive game. But that's what I initially said at Call of Duty Ghosts, and I was very wrong. So I don't know. It's just not as fast paced, and it's the way the game flows to me is not as smooth and just kind of cohesive as Call of Duty Ghosts. That's why I play that game or this game a heck of a lot more than I do any other game. And Call of Duty is good. If you well, I'm really running out of things to say. It's been almost 13 minutes of talking to you. Talking just to you, just to you. Yeah. And but anyway, this is I'm just going to end this by saying giving you some commentary on the actual gameplay that you're watching here. It's a 3 versus 3 in case you guys haven't been paying it too much attention to the actual gameplay. And it is on Warhawk, which is oh, one of my favorite maps to play because it's very symmetrical. It's kind of, well, I don't want to say it's symmetrical. It flows well. It's a good map. And I think they need to do that more in development. They got to be like have some other people play it, people that actually have knowledge and not noobs, and be like, this map doesn't really work. We need to scrap it or change this and change that so it's not just a crap map. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there, and if you want to watch the rest of the gameplay, feel free to. It's actually going into overtime, so I would highly recommend it. But I will see you guys very soon. Bye.
Distracted about DJ. I mean, I had jelly all on my screen, and they're gonna go A this time. That's what I'm talking about. You guys can't go the same exact route. There's a guy top ice cream truck. was DJ. I thought it was Dreams. I was worried. Alright. We got it. I'm not gonna do DJ wrong. He could be good, man. He's just